Hello, subscribers and viewers. This time on Sailing Intermission, we finally got our canvas done and we are headed for the Keys, and want to thank you all so very much for staying with us and for viewing. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.
Yes, we're on the road here, so to speak.
And we had some rather calm days out there.
Saw some interesting fish at Fort Pierce.
And then we went to West Palm Beach, big boats.
And ran into some big weather going to Fort Lauderdale. We're gonna pull the old stack pack off. It has lines that run up part way up the mast. Gets up to that first spreader. And we just have to undo some knots, which will take forever because they've been tied, and you know how it is. Karen's undoing the lines there. She's going to pull it through. Hope she remembers where they go. Ended up having to raise the mainsail so we could reflake it. But then we decided we were going to have to take the mainsail off to slip that new stack pack cover in. So we have strong track with some nice new cars on our mainsail. Making progress.
Slipping in the first batten on the sail cover. Goes through those little holders, and then we've got some little...
See, on the other side, our rope will go through this.
Yep.
Making some progress, adjusting the lazy jacks, inch at a time. I zipped the stack pack all the way up, and now I'm still adjusting the jack lines, or the lazy jacks. Here it is, all tuned. Zips up easily, swallows our new mainsail. I love the look of new canvas in the morning.
Well, then what's keeping us from leaving for the Keys?
More cruise ships. We're leaving the busiest cruise ship port in the United States. This is where the big Disney gigantic one comes. Still motoring, still in the channel. It's time to kick off the shoes and let the autopilot do your steering. Goodbye, NASA. Not too much sway walking down below. Of course, when we're underway, the salon tends to get a little bit messy.
Letting 38-foot Navy vessel taking on water in its ADL position 27-27 decimal 338 north 079-45 decimal 521 west, making way towards Fort Pierce. All vessels are requested to keep a sharp lookout as is possible and report all sightings along with the vessel's position to the Coast Guard Sign Commander, United States Coast Guard Secretary Miami, Florida. It's Nancy Coast Guard Miami, Florida. Out.
Karen's up getting our shore power cords a little more organized. Out in the Atlantic, of course, we have 3 knots of wind, so we're still motoring at 1800 RPM. We do about 8 knots. Of course, that'll vary with the current and all that. But right now we're doing a solid 8 knots, and everything's looking pretty good. So we're just going to wait and see if we get some good wind.
I know it's a bummer. It seems like every time we go out, the wind is not great for sailing, but we are going to be out for several days, so hopefully we will raise those sails. Maybe more than once would be great. Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
Do you know how much a pirate charges to pierce ears?
No.
A buccaneer.
Alright. Super corny.
Yeah, it's going to be a long journey.
Right. Well, I wonder if we can tell dirty jokes on YouTube.
If they're G or PG rated.
All of mine are XXX.
I know. Do you know how a submarine is like a man?
No.
Well, they both have a lot of semen in them. That's PG rated, yeah?
Yes. Hey. Leaving a nice marina here at, where am I? Fort Pierce, headed south.
We met a couple of nice people and saw some Goliath groupers.
Still going out of the Fort Pierce Inlet. We're in the channel looking for marker 28, but the sun's right in our eyes. Actually, it's supposed to be marker 3. Looked at the depth instead of the marker number, and this is 3. Karen's looking for GPS coordinates of another inlet. We redline about 2,800. I think with this prop we can pull about 2,600. And at 1,800 RPM we can, I believe we're consuming about 1.5 gallons an hour. Here's our trusty captain's chair, a cheap stool with legs cut off and rubber feet. Still no air. Here's our most important cockpit instrument, so we can jam out.
Well, we've had virtually no wind.
Yes.
I think it's bouncing around between 2 and 2.5 knots with gusts. Get this, gusts up to 4 knots.
So we're headed to West Palm Beach and Peanut Island. We'll just spend the night there and keep heading south. You know, we may stop at Fort Lauderdale.
Maybe Miami.
Yeah, might just go overnight and finish it out. We're not sure, but we'll see.
It's all to be determined.
think West Palm Beach Marina is mainly for power boats. They're big ones.
Man, I wonder how they get that big, long, hard thing into a tight channel. That really tickles my G-spot. Ha ha.
Like Churchill said, it'll be long, it'll be hard, and there'll be no withdrawals. As I've always said about anesthesiology, it is hours of boredom followed by seconds of sheer terror. So we're motoring into some real crap. Lightning, chance of water spouts. Karen and I have put on our life vest. It's blowing about 30. I don't think this does it justice. Looks bad out there. We're getting 38 knot, 39 knot gust. We're trying to get in. We're getting soaked.
I'm gonna lock this.
Yeah. Karen's securing the companionway door. What luck, huh? Oh, we're also getting wet. Yep, got on our life vest, trusty PLV. Hopefully we make it in okay. Karen's on the lookout for water spouts and any other danger we might see out there. Starting to rain, which is good because I guess the wind slowed down. We cannot see Port Lauderdale. We're just using the chart plotter. We got some 40 knot gusts. I just hope we make it in safely.